Who let the cows out? Moo, 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 moo. I thought you guys might like that. Kind of funny. Let's check out our video today for stats. It's day 2. It kind of deals with average and the second big idea in stats, which is variance, how much something is spread out or close together. All right, so let's look here. This video should only be about 5 minutes, hopefully, and you guys get ready for your assignment. All right, so in a survey here, how many pets do you have? This survey was done for a certain number of students. This is a dot plot, and if you look on your dot plot here, it shows the number of pets that any student will have, and then on the y-axis, it's how many kids that have that number of pets. For example, 2 pets, there are 2 kids who have 2 pets. So that's how you can interpret a dot plot. All right, so question 1, how many kids have 4 pets? Well, based on that logic, you go to 4 pets, and you'll see there are 2 kids, 2 students. How many kids were surveyed? Well, each dot represents a student, so we can just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we will get 10 kids surveyed. Looking at the dot plot, what was the most common number of pets students had? The most common number, that's actually the mode. It would be 1 pet. It might not be the average if you were to calculate it out, which will be your bonus question for this assignment, but it is the most common nonetheless. Question 4 is just a repeat so we can forget about it. Okay, so there are, like we said in this lesson, there are 2 ways we can use stats to describe what normally happens. The first way is called, the average. The average is what normally happens. So that's big idea number 1. The second big idea is variance. Variance is how spread out, or on the other side, close together data is. Those are 2 huge ideas. You might think, as I did, the average is really the only important stat we need. It's actually not true. Variance, or how close together points are, can also tell you a bunch of information about what's happening. So we can make predictions and take that information and help others. Okay, so let's look right here. A survey was conducted among random cats and dogs at a pet daycare. The employees kept track of the cats' and dogs' weight in separate dot plots below. So if we look here, there's 2 dot plots. Here's the first one. It's the weight of cats at kitty care, and here's the second one. It's weight of dogs at the doggy daycare. 2 different rooms at the same pet daycare. All right, so let's look at our questions here. What is the range of this data? Range is a new word. You may remember it from last year, but it is the difference between the highest and lowest values. So if you look here, the cats, what's the lowest weight of a cat? Well, it's these guys, these cats, these 4 cats, and they're all weigh 5 pounds. And the largest cat, the highest, would be 11. So to find the range, we're going to take the difference, which is subtract. So it's 11 minus 5, which is 6 for the range. All right. Number 2, looking at the graph, what do most cats typically weigh? This would be your kind of average, what normally happens here, typically, normally. So if you were to just look at the graphs, what would you say any random cat would weigh here on average? I would probably say 7 pounds. Not only is it the most, but also it's kind of like right in the middle of 5 and 11. Kind of right in the middle. All right, number 3. Would you say most cats weigh near the same amount, or are their weights more spread out? Um, Kind of looking at the cats as compared to dogs, at least, I would say they weigh near the same amount. You can also say their weights. If you like keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's like a habit. But you also might have the word consistent. Their weights are consistent. You consistently do something. It's always about the same thing. Limited variance. It doesn't vary too much. All right, number 4. Shifting gears to the dogs here. What is the range of this data? What is the range? So if you look back up here for number 1, how did we find the range? We took the lowest and highest numbers and we subtracted to find it. So let's do that here. The highest weight of a dog is 21 pounds, probably like maybe some type of terrier. 21 minus the lowest weight, maybe like a Chihuahua here, 4 pounds. So 21 minus 4 is 15. So the range from the smallest to largest weight of a dog at this daycare is 15 pounds. All right, question 5. Looking at the graph, what do most dogs typically weigh? Well, again, kind of, what's in the middle? Which one appears like most of the dogs are grouped around? I would probably say, 13 pounds. You might want to say 14 or maybe 15, and that's fine. You can make a case. But if you look at 13, it's kind of like in between both sides, and there's a good amount at 3 too. You got like 4 here and 4 here, and it's kind of like right in the middle. So it's kind of a good estimate, in my opinion. But again, 12, 14, 13, or 15, that's all good. 6, would you say most dogs weigh the same amount, or are their weights more spread out? Right, I would say they're kind of spread out. You got some at the upper end up here, but then you got some at the lower end. And the cats, they're really just all kind of clumped together here. The limited variance, they're consistent weights, as opposed to the dogs, which are spread out. All right, last 2 questions here. On average, which animal weighs more at the pet daycare? That's your average question. And if you look here, 13 and 7, so that would be the dogs. Who let the dogs out? I mean cows. Oh my gosh. And then which pet's weight varies more? So which one's more variable, kind of changes, isn't all around the same numbers? I would say dogs again. You got some that are way up here, these big heavy dogs, or then these little baby Chihuahuas, where a cat is just kind of a cat. All right, that's all I got. Who let the cows out? And have a good rest of your day. Let me know if you need any help. Bye-bye.